Thank you for watching Your City in 5. I'm Ricky Saillas. As you may know by now, Pope Francis is making a historic visit to the border in February. He will only be in Juarez, but the city of El Paso is preparing for the impact we will see here in El Paso during next month's visit. In order to keep residents and the Pope safe, the El Paso Police Department is closing several streets. Here's a section of South Central El Paso that will be closed on February 17th, starting at 3 in the morning. Businesses and residents who live in this area will have limited access. At 2 o'clock, the whole area will be shut down, meaning no vehicles or pedestrians will be allowed in or out of the neighborhood. In addition, police will close Loop 375 from US 54 to Santa Fe. Starting at 10 in the morning, Loop 375 from US 54 to Yarborough will also be closed. The police department urges everyone to stay home and watch the Pope's visit to Juarez on television. Another option is to attend a ceremony at the Sun Bowl held by the Catholic Diocese.
The concern is that we don't know what to expect with this visit. We don't know how many people are going to be here. But if we get 100 to 200,000 people coming down into this area trying to congregate and just be in the area of the Pope, there's just not the room down here for it, and it's going to cause a lot of problems, and we have to be prepared for that. Therefore, we are closing down the area and restricting vehicle traffic to the area.
The city has been notifying residents and businesses in the affected area. Several community meetings have been held at the Armijo Center. Outreach efforts also include phone calls and emails to business owners, community groups, and neighborhood associations. In the coming days, information will be distributed door to door. The city has also created a special website where you can find information on the Pope's visit to the border. It has street closure information, including a map, parking information, and links to other agencies that are participating in the Pope's visit. Visit Pope915.com. You can also use the hashtag Pope915 to find information. Again, that website is Pope915.com. New information on the Hispanic Cultural Center. The Abraham Chavez Theater will be home to the new center that will now be known as the Mexican American Cultural Center. City Council recently approved the location and directed city staff to come up with a funding plan and look at ways to make improvements to the Abraham Chavez Theater. A study conducted by the city and consultants suggests that a cultural center would have a black box theater, a library, and a demonstrative kitchen, among other amenities. The first major step in moving the animal services shelter toward a no-kill status has now taken place. The El Paso City Council unanimously approved funding to support the shelter's plan to increase the live release rate of animals to 90% by the end of fiscal year 2020. In January, the council was presented with recommendations and a plan that includes facility upgrades to the shelter and hiring additional staff. The decision reallocates more than $600,000 in unused funds to help pay for initial improvements. The approved funding is the first step in a 3-year plan to fund enhancements totaling nearly $3 million. Request for the remaining funds is expected to happen during the fiscal year 2017 and fiscal year 2018 budget sessions. El Paso International Airport is being recognized for its top flight service. The Airport Council International Airport Service Quality Passenger Survey reports that the airport has received a ranking of #1 in 13 passenger-related categories for airport performance. Some of the categories include overall satisfaction for business travelers, internet access, courtesy and helpfulness of security staff, and cleanliness of airport terminal, just to name a few. Speaking of the airport, hundreds of passengers are screened daily before traveling. Now, recently, the Transportation Security Administration showed us what kind of prohibited items are confiscated on a daily basis.
These are our knives, some of the variety of knives that we have detected. Just to bring the knowledge to the general public when they fly, it'll make it easier for them to fly, to know the prohibited items that are not allowed through the checkpoint and the items they can check into their checked baggage. There is a 20% increase nationally on the firearms discovered at the checkpoints. Here in El Paso, we have 7 firearms that were detected in 2014 and 7 that were detected in 2015, so it has remained the same.
One of the most important things that passengers need to remember is to arrive early. We recommend being at the airport 2 hours in advance of your flight. Also, TSA has a great website at tsa.gov, and we also have an app that you can download that will remind you of the things that you can bring in your carry-on luggage and in your checked bags. So especially if you haven't flown in a while, it's a good idea to look at those rules and look at the website before you pack your bag and come to the airport. One thing we'd like to remind passengers about is that the 311 rules for liquids and gels are still in effect. That means that in a carry-on bag, each passenger can bring one of these quart-sized baggies filled with liquids and gels that are 3.4 ounces or less. Now, if you want to bring liquids or gels or aerosols in sizes larger than this, you're welcome to pack them in your checked bag.
You can find out more information on the El Paso International Airport website, flyelpaso.com. That's all the time we have for now. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, I'm Ricky Saillas for your City in 5.